As its contribution to the Fall's Faustival, a celebration by 5 local theater companies of the many variations on the myth of the German medieval scholar who sold his soul to the devil, the Midnight Company has revived its production of An Apology for the Course and Outcome of Certain Events delivered by Dr. John Faustus on this his final evening. It's by Chicago playwright Mikkel Maher. The play is only a little longer than its title, which does make it clear that Faustus has reached the end of his road. This is the night when he must pay for what he gained from his bargain. The demon Mephistopheles waits to collect his soul. Mephistopheles doesn't say much. He doesn't need to. He clinched the bargain with Faustus years ago. Now he finishes it off. David Wassilek's Mephistopheles is quietly menacing, dressed in black, of course, as a devil should be. Joe Hanrahan's Dr. Faustus wears a somewhat garish plaid coat and tie. He says a lot, asks questions, attempts to answer them, acknowledges shortcomings, tells us little about what he's gained from his bargain with the devil. It's all pretty ephemeral. At least it didn't make a lasting impression on me, though I do enjoy the way playwright Maher puts words together and the way Hanrahan speaks them. He focuses and holds our attention in these one-man or nearly one-man shows he's been doing, and if his Faustus is a little subdued, given the circumstances, Hanrahan's Ludwig van Beethoven forges ahead confidently in the companion piece that the Midnight Company also revives with Dr. Faustus's Apology. Mikkel Maher also wrote it, called The Hunchback Variations. The Hunchback is Quasimodo from Victor Hugo's novel, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Wassilek plays this character quite differently. Dressed in work clothes with a hump and dark eyes, Quasimodo knows his place and resents it. He can be sharp with Ludwig, who never loses his cool. The two men are on a panel that is trying to determine how to make the sound that Chekhov describes in The Cherry Orchard, coming as if out of the sky like the sound of a string snapping, slowly and sadly dying away. We're not told who chose these panelists, but they certainly are strange choices. Both men are deaf, though they're able to speak to and hear each other, and I don't know how we're to incorporate that ability into our suspended disbelief. Both died before Chekhov was born. Neither has read the play, obviously. Beethoven welcomes us and explains what they're doing. With surprisingly cultivated speech, Quasimodo reads a statement he's prepared. They exchange comments. Quasimodo picks up one of the items on the table in front of him and makes a sound with it. Beethoven responds, "That is not the sound." Blackout. After a moment, the lights come up again, and Beethoven welcomes us to the panel much as he had before, and the discussion progresses to the same conclusion, and then repeats. Not identically, because these are variations, after all, through a half a dozen or so of them. Apology and Variations are both amusing pieces, if not profound ones, with both leaving me wishing for a more thorough exploration of the situations created, and with admiration for the ensemble work of the two actors.
Well, I found less to enjoy in the scripts than you did, but it was sure great to see Hanrahan and Wassilek working together again.
Yes, they do very well together. They have on several things, so at least this brought that back.